guys, what's going on? I'm back with another video after a little while. I apologize for that, but I just haven't really had anything to make a video about, and I've been busy with school. But this is a video response to JCC2224's recent video on top 5 action figure lines. I thought I'd do a response to it. I like the idea. If you haven't seen his video yet, go check out the channel, go check out that video to see what his top 5 action figure lines is. For his list, he put on the restriction that he wasn't going to have like multiple Star Wars lines in his list. I'm going to have multiple Star Wars lines in my list. But whatever. And also throughout this video, there will be a couple times where I'm not going to be able to show you any figures from my favorite line because I don't have them with me. So yeah, first off, I guess with honorable mentions, I have like almost none of the figures with me from these, but NECA's Assassin's Creed line, that's an honorable mention. Those are some really good figures, and the Assassin's Creed Revelation Ezio is probably one of my favorite figures I have. That's really cool. The Star Wars, the Clone Wars line, and figures of that era, I suppose. Yeah, I actually have a Clone Wars figure with me. I don't actually own too many Clone Wars figures anymore. I've traded away or whatever a lot of them because I made the decision I was mainly going to focus on realistic figures, but I still have a few, and most of them are really, really good. So, like this Pre-Vizsla is one of my favorite 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures. It's an awesome figure. And, yeah, I think that's all of the honorable mentions I can think of at the moment. Just a couple. I'm not going to waste too much time here. So we'll go on to number 5. All right, so number 5 for my top 5 action figures lines is the Transformers Masterpiece line, which I don't have any figures with me to show you. And I also only own 2 figures from the Masterpiece line, but I really like those figures. They're pretty much the definitive versions, for the most part, of G1 characters from the Transformers, which is awesome. While I don't have the normal painted version of the MP10 Optimus, I have the Year of the Horse version. That's still one of my favorite figures I own. It's an excellent figure. I also have Thundercracker, and I hope at some point I can collect more of them. I'd like to get a lot more. I really want Starscream with the cape and stuff, and Soundwave, but I guess the one downside to the line of figures is that they're pretty expensive. Thundercracker wasn't too bad, but I didn't buy Optimus, though I'm pretty sure he wasn't cheap. Soundwave goes for hella money online. Starscream does too, I'm pretty sure. So they're not cheap. It's not a cheap line, which is why it's only at number 5, but they're excellent figures, and I really love that line. Next up at number 4 would be Marvel Legends. I just recently started collecting Marvel Legends, and at that, I'm not collecting religiously. I'm pretty much just, for the most part, focusing on my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe, and just getting Marvel Legends figures of my favorite characters. That's pretty much been my restriction because I want to focus my efforts more on the Star Wars lines. But this is a really great action figure line. It's been surviving through multiple names forever. You can pretty much never go wrong with a Marvel Legends articulation. They are super articulated, and the articulation stays pretty consistent through all their figures. Sculpts and paint apps and accessories are usually all pretty great. If there's one real downside, it's just the fact that they like to make use of repaints and retools an awful lot, which is sometimes the repaints are pretty boring. But sometimes you have to buy the figures because it forces you to if you're going to build the BAFs. But for the most part, it's a really good action figure line. Here's some of my favorites. Deadpool is probably one of my favorite action figures I own. Again, another one of them. It's just an excellent Number 3 is another Marvel action figure line, and is Diamond Select's Marvel Select figure line. Absolutely love this figure line. I don't own a ton of figures from the line, but especially the more modern figures I really like. These 2 here are, again, 2 of my absolute favorite action figures I have in my collection. Just really great. Diamond Select goes above and beyond when it comes to sculpted paint apps. Their more recent figures have had articulation that rivals Marvel Legends, such as Carnage, which almost has Marvel Legends level articulation, but goes even further and has a lot more accessories, a lot better sculpt and paint apps than the Marvel Legends version. I like the scale. The bigger scale's a bit nicer. Sort of has that more premium action figure feel to it, and just excellently done action figure line in my opinion. A lot of times, if you want to get a really good version of a Marvel character, Marvel Select's a good place to go. At number 2, one that probably won't come as much surprise to people who follow my channel, is the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch line. A wave that, or a line that when it first came out, I really didn't buy into. I bought the Sand Trooper, and then I really didn't buy any more figures until the Force Awakens figures started coming out in 2015. I just wanted to stick with 3 3/4 inch figures. The 6-inch figures were bigger scale. I didn't really have the room for them, and this and that and this and that. End up starting to collect them, and I really do like them a lot. Granted, I did start collecting them out of more of a necessity with the decline of 3 3/4 inch figures coming out in retail. I had to switch to something else, kind of, and this was kind of the most appealing thing for me. But these are really, really nice figures for the most part. Sure, they have a few duds in the line, but they still has produced a lot of really great figures. And they are also really great for toy photography, which I have recently got into on Instagram over the past year, which is really fun. They're really good for that. They display really nicely. Articulation's great. And I just think it's a really, really well done line, which has produced a lot of really great action figures. It's just really great. I really like this line. But if this is number 2, then what could be number 1? And for number 1, we have the Star Wars The Vintage Collection line. This is technically I got this in the Black Series 3 3/4 inch line, but it's just a repack of a Vintage Collection figure. So, and that's the only Vintage Collection figure I have on me. So I'll just show this one. But an absolutely excellent line of figures. I think it's definitely the pinnacle of Hasbro's Star Wars action figure products. I don't think they ever made. I think that's the best action figure line they've ever created, and it's probably going to be the best one they've ever created for a long time. The way things are looking right now, just everything about the line excellent. I really, looking back, I really can't say there were any bad figures. Sure, there were some better figures than others in the line, but I don't remember the line ever producing any bad figures, and so much was on point with that line. You had excellent packaging, figures had great sculpt, most were all super articulated. You had all the full articulation. Some might not have had ankles, but aside from that, you had full articulation, great paint apps, packed with accessories, or the accessories that at least made sense. It was just an excellent figure line. It's really a shame that it ended. Really a shame it didn't come back for the 40th anniversary. Yeah, it's just an excellent line. It's the first line I really started to actually seriously collect. Before then, I just kind of pick up pretty casual, pick up the figure here and there. That was the line that really got me into actually collecting Star Wars figures. So there's some nostalgia purpose to that too. Just an excellent line. I don't think there will be another one like it. Anyways, those are my top 5 action figure lines. If you want to make a video response, you can go ahead. If you want to just tell me in the comments below, that's cool too, what your favorite action figure lines are. I am curious to know, of course. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed listening. Thanks so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.